As many of you know, Pokemon hasn't had a proper game corner since the Gen 4 games. This is really unfortunate as I've had so many great memories gambling with these digital coins and getting rewarding prizes such as gift Pokemon, TMs, and more. However, I recently came across this awesome Pokemon Emerald ROM hack by a fellow YouTuber and ROM hacker Chris Pichet. He made an awesome video which I'm gonna link down below, going into detail all the different games and how they were made, but I just gotta say how impressed I am with the decomp ROM hackers making anything they want come to reality. Now, let's get right to the gambling and try out these awesome games. So this patch is available on Chris's Discord, and it only has the game corner changed, while everything else is still vanilla Pokemon Emerald. So I did a little cheating and spawned myself in Mauville City with a coin case in hand. The first thing I notice when I walk in is the awesome game corner music from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. I immediately go buy some coins with the starting money I have and decided to start with 100 coins. I check out the shops and see we got some TMs and useful items as rewards to obtain. Now right above here we have the lottery machines that give you a random Pokemon, and their rarity increases with each different machine, but they cost more coins to get. I'm already super impressed by all the custom animated sprite work, and it really looks like it belongs in a Gen 3 game. After seeing I don't have many coins for these, I leave them alone for now and start playing some games. The first table I come across has Blackjack. This is so cool as there are custom sprites for every single playing card, and they feature some really beautiful graphics. I mean, just look at this little Sableye staring into your soul as you waste away your precious limited time on this earth, gambling away digital coins in a Pokemon ROM hack. After a few rounds, I won some coins, and now we're at 180, so I already almost doubled my money. What a great start. This definitely means I should keep going. Next up, Voltorb Flip is an awesome recreation of the game from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, I absolutely suck at this game and didn't really understand how to play it, and I got bombed by some Voltorbs very quickly, so I dropped this game and left it before I lose too much money. I didn't really understand how this game worked until after I recorded this gameplay. This game corner has this really cool cafe area and even has a PC, so it's a nice place to chill in between games. Next up, the Mauville Derby. This is a game where you bet coins on a race and choose which Pokemon you think will win. They got mostly Ponyta and some Rapidash present as well as other Pokemon like Rattata and even a Feebas if you're lucky, although I did not find one. Now I just immediately lost my bets quicker than a flash of light, so I decided to leave the derby betting to the other gambling suckers. Next up we have the Drop Spin game, in which we drop a ball down the board and try and land it in the pockets to gain coins. This one really has some cool graphics and even implements part of the game engine and mechanics from the Pokemon pinball games. After a few tries, I did manage to snag a win in the middle pocket, but then I decided I want to go ahead and try the other games. The next game is just called Onyx, which is basically just the snake game, and I must have a really shitty reaction time because when I tried to turn, I missed my shot and instantly crashed into the wall, throwing away my 25 coins it cost to play the game. I'm blaming lag on the emulator. Now I figured out some of the other games here also require a lot more coins than I even own. So I took a break and played the OG slots that only cost 1 coin to play. We also still have the original roulette table, so it's good to see the regular games are still present. I go back to Blackjack and try and retrieve some more coins here so we can play the other games. But after a tough bust, I'm pretty much all out of coins. This sucks because all I had was the starting money you get from the beginning of the game, so I'm out of options. I see this young poor kid standing in front of the Mauville gym with his uncle, and before they even knew it, I ran up, swiped their wallets, and took off faster than a Rapidash from the Mauville Derby. Now, with over 700,000 Pokédollars to my name, I head back into the game corner so we can gamble with someone else's money. The first game I try back at these machines is Block Builder, which is a really cool version of those bullshit rigged games at the arcade that lag your input so you automatically lose near the top. This game has really cool graphics and the animated Rhydon looks so lively. After losing that, I try the next game, which is called Flutterfree, and it's basically a Flappy Bird knockoff. I crash right away on my first attempt, but after a few tries, I somewhat get the hang of it. I eventually landed myself a score of 14, and you get rewarded double the amount of coins here, so I get 28. It looks like you gotta get a score of at least 13 if you just want to break even, then everything after that is profit. But I gotta say, it's much harder than it looks. Again, the sprite work and animation it offers looks so good. Now, after getting back to the Onyx Snake game, I finally kinda start to get the hang of it. I gotta say, it's kinda tough playing this game on my phone emulator, because it feels like there's a slight button delay, and I'm using a touchscreen, so I wasn't able to get very far with it. So I left this game to try some pinball. The first game here features a bunch of Diglett you gotta knock out, and it somewhat reminded me of Brick Breaker. The tough thing about this game is that it costs 50 coins to start, and you only get one chance with your ball because if it falls down, the game ends. I couldn't make anything with this one, so I tried the next pinball game. The next game features a Meowth, and there's a 1-minute timer, and the goal is to simply collect as many coins as possible. This one is kind of tricky because not only you have to hit the Meowth, but you have to aim for the coins after it, so it can require some pretty precise shots to get them. The next pinball machine is a Ghastly Graveyard, and features a 1-minute timer to knock out as much as Ghastly and Haunter as possible. And this is all up until you encounter the boss, Gengar. Now this Gengar has to take many hits before it goes down, which I unfortunately cannot do while playing, so I walked away with 100 coins. The Gengar sprite looks so cool, and I love how it takes inspiration from the original Ken Sugimori artwork from Gen 1. In the last pinball game, we have Seal that jump in and out of the water, and you have to try and hit them to collect coins. What stinks about this one, though, is when your ball falls down, you lose every coin gathered and have to start over. My ball kept falling in the hole, and I left with 0 coins. Son of a bitch. Last up, I came back to the Pokemon Lottery to try out all these different tiers and see what I can collect. In the first tier, I received a Venonat, and that's pretty cool because this Pokemon is not in the Hoenn Pokedex. At the next level, I needed to insert a minimum of 250 coins, and I'm not sure what happens if I put in more than that. I would assume it gives you better odds at something more rare. This time around, I got a Torkoal, which is pretty cool because at this point of the game, it's before you have access to Fiery Path. At the third tier, at least 1,000 coins are required, and I banked a Seviper from this one. Finally, I had to buy more coins for the final tier because this one required 5,000, which is absolutely insane. The reward, however, can certainly pay off, as I got a Charizard out of this one. It's funny because this Charizard is only level 5, and the other Pokemon are likewise low levels. So I wonder if there's some kind of level scaling based on the Pokemon you brought, which in my case was just a level 7 Mudkip. Alright, one final bet on the Rattata in the Mauville Derby. Let's go! What the fuck? What a useless bucktooth rat. Alright, I gotta say I'm super impressed with this Game Corner ROM hack upgrade made by Chris Pichet, and I'll link his YouTube video where I found out all about this. If you're a decomp ROM hacker yourself, Chris has also made an entire GitHub page for the Game Corner expansion decompilation, so you can add it to your own ROM hack. I'm an old school binary hacker because I'm not smart enough to learn decomp hacking, so don't expect this kind of stuff to be in my own ROM hacks. I'm blown away at how far the Pokemon ROM hacking community has come in the last few years with decomps, and it makes me really excited for what's to come in the future. Again, check out Chris Pichet's YouTube video linked down below, and check out his Discord and GitHub to try out the Game Corner expansion for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.